Sometimes ambitious game developers develop a game that does things a little differently. Sometimes these games are good, sometimes these games are bad, sometimes they fall somewhere in between. Today we're going to take a look at one of those games. When most people think of Tecmo, they think of games like Rygar, Tecmo Bowl, and even Ninja Gaiden. All three of these games are considered pretty good games from the NES era. Then, sometime in the early 90s, Tecmo decided they wanted to enter the RPG market, and they developed a game called Aqutallion. So what is Aqutallion? Well, it says right on the front of the box, the great role-playing game, Aqutallion. It was released in North America under the title Tecmo Secret of the Stars. But I think having the word Tecmo with the front is kind of stupid, so from here on out, I'm just going to refer to it as Tecmo Secret of the Stars, or Aqutallion. Here's my copy of the game. The box, the game itself, and of course, the owner's manual. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the box and the owner's manual. So, the front of the box. Pretty plain looking, really. It just says, the great role-playing game Aqutallion, and then over on the right side there's a star emblem with jewels in it. Like I said, it looks pretty plain. Normally, I like the look of Japanese box art as opposed to what was released in North America. But is this one better than what we got in North America? Let's take a look at the North American box. First of all, what is going on with that blonde kid's hair in the front? The hair looks huge. And I'm not one to nitpick, but what's up with this dude's face in the back? I still might give the edge to the Japanese version on this one. Now let's have a look at the back. Well, you can see our characters right there. Wait a minute. What's that guy doing? Is he He is. He's giving us the middle finger. Dude is giving us the middle finger. Surely the North American version wouldn't have something like this, right? Nope. Wow. In fact, the North American version looks pretty boring. Hands down, the winner for this one is the Japanese. And now the part that a lot of you have probably been waiting for. The owner's manual. Normally, I go through and I scan only the pictures of interest. But in this case, this manual has quite a bit of artwork that I'd like to share with you. So let's not waste any more time and let's take a look at what's inside the manual. Alright, the front and back covers. Both utilize very bright, bold colors, and that portrait on the back of the characters geared up and ready to go, very, very nice. Albeit a bit on the cheesy side. And now, let's take a look inside. One of the first things we come across is a world map. I love a good world map. I appreciate it when game developers give me an overview of the world that I'm about to traverse. And yeah, I cannot read the location names on this because they're in Japanese, but I really appreciate the effort. Over on the next page, we have a full 2-page layout of our cast of characters. Man, what is this guy's deal? Every time! But in all sincerity, the use of bright colors and bold lines really make this thing a pleasure to look at. Even if it is a little on the cheesy side. Seriously, what's that little kid doing there in the front row? He's kind of creeping me out. On the next page, you'll find each character's name and a little bit about them. Really, dude? Again? Seriously, this guy has a problem. Out of curiosity, I looked this up. This is not actually flipping the bird in Japanese. This means brother. Japanese kids are taught father, mother, brother, sister, baby. So this means brother. And with that little bit of information out of the way, let's go ahead and get back into the manual. Normally I wouldn't scan the page that gives you the button configurations, but I love this green-headed pumpkin dude, this cat and rabbit combination, as well as that orange horny ogre down there at the bottom. Then there's this guy. Who the hell is he? I would assume it's Dr. Wily, but that's not the same universe. Guess I'll just have to play the game and find out. And the helpful Boy Scout, who probably provides helpful information and tips along the way, he kind of looks like the son of the other guy. Here's the I'm serious about this face from our red-headed character from earlier. Well, the real reason I scanned this page was because of that shrine or statue there on the left behind the text. that looks pretty sweet. Here's some additional artwork, including some boats and ships and a helicopter for some reason. If I read Japanese, I could tell you what that golden question mark is. My best guess is that it's some sort of mysterious or hidden item. Of course, here's your standard fighter pilot that's found in every role-playing game, right? Then there's the nerdy nurse over there on the bottom right. Oh man, I just get more confused the more I look at this manual. I really can't wait to play this game. Once again, another 2-page spread of characters. This provides, I'm assuming, their names. Hey, I see the nerdy nurse. Hey, wait a minute. Where's the fighter pilot? And what's with those bunny ears? I know, bunny ears are kind of a big thing in Japan, but still, this game looks pretty interesting. Here are some screenshots and yet another portrait of some character that I don't quite recognize. He's definitely not the same big-haired blonde kid from the front. Maybe he's part of some sort of dragon clan. Who knows? Ah, a list of items and equipment. If I read Japanese, I could tell you more about what these are. I mean, obviously there's some sort of fruit, there's some feathered shit, boots, a hat, some sort of winged thing. Can you buy a girl with bunny ears? I don't know. Bunny ears. Yet more weapons and equipment that you can either purchase or acquire along the way. What's with that big fucking gun there at the bottom left? That reminds me of that one big-ass gun you see in the movie Predator. You know the one I'm talking about. But if I'm being serious, I really love the attention to detail that went into these hand-drawn pictures. These are absolutely beautiful. And finally, a comic strip. That's kind of a nice bonus. Unfortunately, without being able to read Japanese, I really can't make heads or tails of it. I have no idea what's going on there. So I'm going to choose instead to focus on the female there on the right. Yowza. So, is this game good, or is this game bad? General consensus is that this game's not very good. Very grind-heavy, weak story, blah 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 blah. You know, the typical complaints that most JRPG fans seem to have. I've played enough of this game, and I was interested enough to actually buy the physical copy. There's some wacky moments. I'm kind of curious to see exactly where this story goes. So, join me later this year when I stream this game on my Twitch channel. Be sure to follow me there, and also on Twitter so that you'll know when I go live.